Traitor! You see those death berries? You're going to eat them. Traitor! You see those death berries? You're going to eat them.
Hey guys, sorry for the janky microphone quality, but that's my laptop view. I thought I'd try a different kind of technique for my map work in progress videos, so instead of just showing you the part and you getting sick of hearing the audio again and again, I just talk you through how I did each part. So this was for the animals map, and I'm just going to talk you through what I did. So for the first work in progress, it was actually a sketch done many months ago now, and as you can see it's very different from what it turned out to be in the end, and I just really was not happy with those N2 shots. The first one was okay, but the N2 were jank, so I changed them. So what I changed it to, I was much happier with. It was a bit more dynamic. I wasn't breaking the don't putting characters too close to the centre of the screen kind of thing, and I was able to do just a little bit more with that lip sync at the end because it's quite a dramatic line and Hollywood's being all over dramatic and everything, so I thought this just looked much better in the end. So this next one shows the finished keyframe line art, so all the sort of janky looking line art without me putting the in-betweens in, and this is what I do with most animations. I do the kind of key set phases of a movement so I can get the arcs and everything like that, but I don't fill them in completely, and my sketch obviously isn't as smooth as I would like it to be, so I just make it look kind of janky for now, and then the next step is filling them in. So as you can see in this next shot, the line art is much smoother. It's had the sort of the in-betweens put in. This kind of animation technique is called in-betweening, as opposed to animating pace by pace, where you animate each frame directly after each other. There are times when piece by piece is appropriate, so for things that are a bit more natural free flowing, like fire or water, but for character movements and expressions, it's just so much less of a headache doing in-betweens because things tend to stay the same shape. So heads don't get bigger and smaller all the time, and it makes things a bit more consistent and easy. Next phase is pretty simple, it's just the colouring. One tip I would say for markings, if you're having trouble with your markings like jumping about all over the place, is to colour the body, the main body colour on one layer, and then do any markings, like any at all that are not within the sort of cat themselves, so not like eye colour or whatever, do them on a different layer, and then you can use the onion skin tool to get them in the right place and they don't jank about quite so much. I'm still getting some colour shifting happening with my markings, but you know what, we're working on it, it's fine, it'll be fine eventually. And then for this final step, I didn't record the shading bit separately, never mind. The final step is backgrounds and shading. I find in scenes where there's very dramatic light, or there's light coming from a very directional source, so in this case it's in the cave and there's light coming in from the entrance of the cave, I find it much easier to draw the backgrounds first, put them in first and then do the shading afterwards. In fact, I think it's good practice to do this generally, rather than doing the shading and then trying to make the background fit to the shading. I have seen people do it, it just looks hard work. Make life easy for yourself, do the backgrounds first, and things like shading and lighting on characters is the absolute last thing you need to do, so the shading was the final step to this part. Hope this was useful for you guys to listen to, and hope you enjoyed the part. Bye now!